All right, I am about to do something that is not popular, and that is I'm going to take a lot of the Chinese Snowball Viburnum buds. I'm going to take a lot of them off because you'll get so many blooms. Like, I don't know about you, but when a plant has so many blooms all at once, I don't know, it just gets, it's like sensory overload for me. You might feel differently, but if you are in the same boat as me where there's just it's just so much, and the flowers will be white and it's just gonna be so popping, and you're not gonna see anything else for miles away. It seems like it's just gonna be this plant with so many blooms. So I'm going to take a lot of it off, and I am hoping that by doing that it will stimulate the plant to produce more branching. As I mentioned in the last video that I did on the Chinese Snowball Viburnum, this one, I pruned too much back, and there is like a huge hole right around this general area, and I am hoping that by taking a lot of the buds out, we're going to get more branching. It's going to use more of its energy to do branching instead of flowering. You can see that just in this area alone right here, just right here, look at all the buds. And all of those will produce beautiful white flowers. I am not saying I do not like their flowers, but too much is too much, right? That's how I feel. Just based on my experience from last year, it was just too much. It was like so many flowers. And I didn't even realize that because the year prior to that, there weren't that many blooms because it was still recovering from the setback. So last year I was like, I gotta do something about this, you know, for this coming spring. So that's what I'm going to do today, is just take some of the buds out, and more than what you probably would like. And you will see that even by doing that, we're still going to get a lot of blooms. All right, I've already sanitized my pruner here. So this is my first time doing this, so it's not going to be perfect. But what I would like to do is wherever there are where the buds are so close together, I'm going to take those out, because there's no need, because the blooms are going to be really huge and they're just going to be hitting one another. So let me just take that out, leave that one. Maybe every other one is good, right? There, and then there. This one is dead. We'll take that one out. And let's see. So we'll take maybe that out. Take these two out and then leave that out. take that out. That. We'll take this because it's crisscrossing right there. Ended up taking, I think, just a fourth of it off. And the reason for that is I noticed something. For example, this one, it's going to bloom and it's going to just get longer and become a lateral branch. And that's how it could have more branching. So because I noticed that, I ended up not wanting to take a lot of it out. So you notice that there were a lot of buds here initially. What I did was I spaced it out, so I was cutting here and then left some there. So I was doing every other one right here. So I left these two guys, cut that off. I think that will work out really nicely. And once it finishes flowering, it's going to get longer is what I'm suspecting, kind of like this one right here. So probably last year it was lower to this main branch right here, and then it got longer and it produced more lateral branching here and here. So you don't have to do what I'm doing. You can just let the plant do its thing and just have a galore of blooms to enjoy if that's what you like. Now, if you would like to do the same as I do, because too many blooms is just overpowering you, then overpowering your eyes, that is, then you can wait to see what mine would look like when it does bloom, and then you can decide next year if you would like to do the same thing. So you can use me as your experiment, as your guinea pig. So excited to see this guy blooming soon and see if what I have done today will help it to branch out a lot better, and then, you know, branching in a way that is aesthetically pleasing. So it's been almost 3 weeks now. Let me show you what it looks like right now. You see that? You cannot tell that I prune or took some of the bud clusters off before. So this was one of the clusters that I took, and I took the one on the other side as well. You can see still full of buds. I'm gonna be careful here because there is a mound of topsoil. This is from this angle, the angle that does not look good. I think we're gonna have some branches coming in here, and they should fill up that space really nicely. It's leaning this way. I think it's because it's on a slope, so it's balancing itself out so it won't lean this way. We come to this angle. This angle doesn't look bad either. Right now, I cannot tell whether I have longer branching than about 3 weeks ago. Like this one, you could tell that it's making its way this way, and then this guy is going to go into the interior there. So we'll fill up that space. Here's was the existing flower head from before. So it's right there. And I'm pretty sure this started off lower. So now it's up there. And it is, you can see the whole branch is longer. I'm still learning more about this plant, its growth habit, and how I should prune it better. The interesting thing is that you'll have a lateral branch on this side, but you'll have the same on the other side. Symmetrical. And you'll notice that throughout. I think this is a good amount of blooms to enjoy, and by not having a lot more blooms, this will hopefully encourage the plant to invest its energy into making it either bigger or create more branching. I just love being right here, and the goal is to have a nice canopy all around, so we could have some shade over here. Not full shade, but part shade. And I think I would say in 5 years, we should see a drastic difference. You see here, there's one cluster, there's another cluster here, and looks like one has died off. You can see that some of the buds have opened up, and I love it when it's in this stage, at this stage, because you see the light green and the white, the two mixed together, the two colors mixed together, make for a nice color, a nice look, I should say. See that? And I also just enjoy if this plant were to just have clusters of buds only. I just love the green color so much. You can see there's a lot of texture in there. All right, I think that is it for this video. I just wanted to give you an update on what the buds look like at this time after about 3 weeks of pruning some of the clusters back. We cannot tell that any of the clusters of buds were pruned off or taken off. All right, so if you would like to do the same thing, I would recommend it, especially if you are someone who does not like to see lots and lots and lots of blooms in one plant. Maybe I'm the only weirdo. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found some of it helpful. And until the next one, I hope you take care. Bye for now. You can see here that some of the blooms got damaged by the freezing temps. The ones that have not opened up yet, I don't see any visible damage, which is good. So it's good for us to know that you will get some damage to the blooms, to the flowers that have already opened, but you can see that it does not happen to all I would say a good half will get damaged. And this plant is a tender evergreen in my zone 8A here. So just wanted to point that out. Come on. Oh, this one. You see that this one, some of the buds did try to open up. You can see some damage there, right here, where the buds try to open up right here, right there. But still, overall, still good. Thank you for staying on. If you're still watching. Oh no, look what I just did. How did that happen? I guess I was going in a different angle. I'm so sorry. Let's bring you inside and see what happens. I'm so sorry, guy. Anyway, thank you so much for staying on. I hope you take care. Bye.